In 1587, more than 100 English men, women, and children sailed across the Atlantic with a dangerous dream. They weren't explorers, they were settlers. Their mission was simple in theory and nearly impossible in reality: build the first permanent English colony in the New World. They landed on Roanoke Island off the coast of present day North Carolina. The place was beautiful, isolated, and already politically fragile. Earlier English attempts to settle the area had failed. Relations with local tribes were tense, supplies were thin, survival was uncertain from the start. The settlers quickly realized they were not prepared. Food was scarce, fear spread, arguments grew. They begged their governor, John White, to return to England and bring relief, more tools, more people, more protection. White didn't want to leave his family behind. His daughter was there. His newborn granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America, was there. But the colony would not survive without help. So he left. He promised to return as soon as possible. History had other plans. England was on the edge of war with Spain. When conflict exploded, every available ship was pulled into military service. White was trapped in Europe, watching years pass while his colony waited across an ocean. By the time he secured passage back to Roanoke, 3 years had gone by. 3 years with no contact. 3 years of silence. In 1590, White finally stepped back onto the island. He expected desperation, hunger, relief at rescue. Instead, he found emptiness. The settlement was abandoned. There were no bodies, no signs of battle, no burned structures. The houses had been carefully dismantled, as if the colonists had planned their departure. Tools and heavy items were gone. It didn't look like an attack. It looked deliberate. White searched frantically for clues. The settlers had agreed on a signal before he left. If they were forced to relocate under danger, they would carve a cross into a tree. There was no cross, but there was a word carved into a wooden post: CROATOAN, and the letters CRO etched into a nearby tree. CROATOAN was the name of a nearby island and a friendly native tribe. It suggested the colonists may have relocated willingly. Maybe they integrated. Maybe they were rescued. White tried to sail there immediately. A storm stopped him. His crew refused another attempt. The weather was violent. Supplies were low. Against his will, he was forced to abandon the search and return to England. He would never see the colony again. Over the next 4 centuries, investigators, historians, and archaeologists searched for answers. Some evidence suggests the settlers split into groups and merged with local tribes. Other theories point to starvation, violence, or migration inland. No single explanation has ever been proven. There are no confirmed graves, no final letters, no survivor accounts. The lost colony of Roanoke remains America's oldest unsolved mystery. A settlement that didn't fall in battle, didn't burn, didn't collapse. It simply stepped out of history and never stepped back in.